Yeah, hello there, hello chat. Actually, I haven't cast anything since like last finals, so you're welcome to go crazy on my bad English in the chat, you know, and welcome. um, First of all, I think that Stray Dogs doing well. They got like victory in 1 second. It was spectacular. And Fatnova does pretty well too in their match. They have won actual match, so we saw their power there. So we don't actually know the power levels of the second team, Stray Dogs, so it's hard to predict something, you know.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think it's tough, yeah, as you say, because they run there by default. By the way, just to point out the chat, we have now fixed my sound. Everyone could people couldn't hear me properly, but they could hear you. So, but I didn't say anything important anyway, so you didn't really miss out. But yes, all I was saying is welcome. So yeah, so let's take a look again at the brackets and how we came here to this second semi-final between Stray Dogs and Fat Nova. This so we can see that Stray Dogs won by default 2-0 against Bacon Landlords. Fat Nova won in a proper match that we saw earlier on this channel, 2-0 against Peace Farm Tacticians. Everything is still a best of 3 though. So it is well, so this semi-final is still a best of 3, but when we get to the grand final, which will be shortly after the semi-final, that will be a best of 5. The chat says, Karis, are you casting? I certainly hope so. So assuming my microphone isn't muted again. But yes, I should be casting in due course as soon as we get this show on the road. So
yes, it seems like one of the player missing for now.
yes,
And we're
Stray Dogs
waiting.
missing a player. Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's not Stray Dogs missing a player. It's Fat Nova missing a player.
Fatnova, yeah.
Surprising because they were playing with 5 fully earlier, so I don't know what they've done with that one player. But well, I'm sure we'll find out. Well, while we wait for them to assemble, let's take a look at the map bans that are already in for these teams. So we can see there Infernal Shrines and Dragonshire banned by Stray Dogs, and Battlefield of Eternity and Cursed Hollow banned by Fat Nova, the former free agent team. And we're going to go to Volskaya Foundry for the first map. Now, free agent teams, I just want to... Sorry, you want to...
Yeah.
Comment?
I just want to say that we are now on Volskaya, and this map is pretty strong for Stray Dogs because they like won 8 times out of 8. So it's really strong map for them.
Okay, so one of their favorites, you'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
So something to watch out for from Stray Dogs here. I was going to mention about Fat Nova, that they are... Oh, they were a free agent team 2 seasons ago, but they have stuck together. Now, maybe for viewers who don't know what a free agent team is, if you want to play in Heroes Lounge, but you don't have a team established, one way that you can do that is by just signing up as a free agent, and then you will be matched automatically with people of similar-ish skill level to the extent that we can, and then you get a free agent team, as it's called, and that is one way to play in Heroes Lounge as we go into the draft of game number 1 in this best of 3 semi-final.
Yep. So Volskaya is a map all about control of the camps, of the items that drops from the camps, and we got pretty strong objective here. Maybe not quite. First one is not quite so strong, yeah, but third one and fourth one end the game mostly.
Yes, so prioritization of that objective is very important, and as you say, the item camps. By the way, for viewers who are here, you can bet on the outcome of this game. Not betting money, but betting points, which are basically meaningless. To have exclamation mark points to see how many points you have, and then you can exclamation mark bet A and a number of points to bet on the left team, Stray Dogs, and exclamation mark bet B and a number of points to bet on Fat Nova, as Joanna and Reina are banned.
Yeah, Reynor got some pretty cool buffs recently with his Exterminator, and he can destroy these camps, you know. And Thrallban.
Do you think that Thrallban is a target, or is it more just for the map?
I think it's like more for the map because he's strong offlaner, but for Stray Dogs, Thrall is actually pretty strong because they got like 92% win rate with him, so it's like both.
Yeah. Okay. So, killing two birds with one stone, and Kael'thas getting the rare cup prioritization. They love the Kael'thas in the rare cup, but they don't seem to love it in any of the higher divisions. Now, we talked about this a little bit in the draw show, actually. For those of you who watch the groups for the playoffs are drawn in a big draw show every season on Heroes Lounge. You can find that on YouTube, on our Heroes Lounge YouTube channel. But Kael'thas, yeah, one of the most banned heroes in Division 6 and 7, but not banned at all in basically higher divisions.
Yeah, it's going from like higher teams can avoid bomb spreading, and lower league teams just suffering from that bombs damage are doing really good work for team that got Kael'thas. And sometimes we see convection. You know, this is pretty strong talent to destroy your opponents. So yeah.
Yeah. Whereas at the higher level, that convection tends to be punished by
yeah, of course.
By better target prioritization. So, okay, so there's the grey main ban there. Now, we haven't seen a Zul pick or ban so far in this draft. Now, that's slightly surprising because he's generally considered kind of overpowered at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah. After the last balance patch from Blizzard, Zul like got second life or third, maybe even. He's quite strong. Even on higher levels, we see him quite often right now. So yeah, it's interesting. Will some team pick him maybe later in this draft? But right now we got Falstad and Imperius.
Okay, so that means that's a main tank Blaze. Not so surprising. But the Falstad, it's not really a huge map, so you maybe don't get huge value from the global. I mean, what do you think about that Falstad pick here on Volskaya?
I don't even know, because as you said, no, it's not big map, and there is no bosses to Gast, yeah, so maybe it's like good hero for them, we'll see. And we got ETC and Sylvanas, and by the way, Fat Nova showing some Sylvanas earlier today, and it was cool plays by Sylvanas played.
Yeah. Fat Nova looked really strong earlier. Yeah, so in particular, yeah, that's Sylvanas. So something to watch out for sure. As Kel'Thuzad picked up by Zowie NNN.
Ooh, okay.
That is juicy, isn't it? I mean, that could be potentially devastating to the enemy team if he can avoid getting picked off by that, Sylvanas damage.
Like, they got Blaze stun, they got Imperius stun, and Kel'Thuzad can just destroy that heroes who got stun locked by the front line. So yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, and Deckard Cain, of course, doesn't have the cleanse that you would
Yeah.
need to deal with that lockdown from Blaze, from Imperius, from Kel'Thuzad, of course. So it could be potentially a real problem for Fat Nova. So Stray Dogs got a very confident, very aggressive draft here in game number 1. Just one more minute left to to bet on teams if you want. So get those bets in. Transparent's actually set a reasonable time, but we will be going in to number 1 in this best of 3 series in the semi-final. On the left, in blue, we have Holy Panzer on the Blaze. We have Kero on the Imperius, Murderous on the Rhaegar, Emir Khan on the Falstad, and Zawien on Kel'Thuzad.
Yeah, and from the right we got Red Team, Fat Nova, and Bass on ETC, Galgar on Keltas, Andigurai on Sylvanas, Wuza on Deckard, and Gorgo playing Leoric today.
Yeah, so level 1 talents are in for both teams. Blighted Frost from the Kel'Thuzad, doing more on that Frost Nova. That suggests he's expecting to be able to hit those fairly confidently with the help of the stuns from Blaze and Imperius.
Yeah.
Now here's something interesting. Blaze going for auto attack. Now normally on a Blaze main tank you do see the new habits, or at a push the Neural Stim Pack. You don't often see the auto attack build from Blaze for a main tank position.
Yeah, it's true. And we got Totem build for Rhaegar.
Yeah, totem build. I think that's very good. I think gives a lot of even more CC to the team that was having a lot of CC already. So a good pickup there from Rhaegar. I'll be interested to see how that Blaze auto attack build works out and how much he commits to it with auto attack talents later on. As Kel'Thuzad is just trying to stack early game. So early game, it feels like the red team has a better comp early game. But once Kel'Thuzad stacks get up and running, that's when the real fun will begin for them.
Yeah, and you see, like, red team already prioritizing the camp, so they taken first turret for themselves, and when we will see the first objective, this camp will reset, and they will... they got possibility to take second turret.
Yes, exactly. So that's good call from them, getting that turret camp done as soon as possible. And also, in theory, it gives them a bit of space to go and soak or try another objective whilst the blue team are still doing their turret later. But so far, they haven't really pressed that advantage much. So both teams even on XP.
Yep, left team going straight to the top camp. And red team seems like waiting for the start of the objective and then taking their camp.
Yes, I think that's nice timing there, potentially from Fat Nova, waiting for the objective. Or actually, having said that, they're doing it now, so it might be done slightly early unless they wait to cap it, which they may well do, of course. And it should give them the space as well to clear the blue camp going in the top lane. The good thing that the Fat Nova, the red team have done so far actually is they've avoided going anywhere near Kel'Thuzad. So KTZ's still running at 4 stacks out of the 30 that he needs for his quest.
It's true. And now you see, right as the objective starts, Leoric already cleared top camp, blue top camp, and their camp will be pushing, or Imperius must spend some time to depush it, while red team can just simply stay at point.
Yep, absolutely. So that's why we can see the percentage already rolling in for Fat Nova. And like I said, with that Kel'Thuzad not being really a hero yet until he gets some stacks, it's tough for the blue team to invade this objective when it's already racked up a few percent and there's a level 7 advantage potentially. Although the level 7 does seem to be for both teams at the same time.
Yeah, both teams doing pretty well work with soaking experience. And right now, blue team is starting to get on point.
Yeah, so the space has been given to them by Fat Nova for now, but now they're looking to re-engage here. The boss going in, gets chained. Blaze so deep though, gets his stun off, but he's being torn to pieces by Leoric, and he's the first to fall. Volstad barrels out to safety. Another chain for Kalthazad, just trying to get those stacks chipped up, and the blue team has to retreat for a moment.
Yeah, and now red team claim the objective and they got time to got another turret. But blue team got turret for themselves too, so will they contest this? Okay, Imperius is in.
Yeah, clears the turret easily enough.
Yeah.
But there is another turret waiting to happen on Leoric and Falstad. Slide misses onto Imperius, but Imperius goes in deep with that Blaze to follow. That's a nice stun onto 3 backliners. Imperius eventually falls though. The Rhaegar healing not enough to sustain him through that level of engage. And he's going to fall, and with that, 2 more members of Stray Dogs are on the deck.
Yeah, this is a nice play by Fat Nova because now they got 3 kills, now they got Protector and they can push without any... Like, blue team can't contest this for now.
Yep, solid play from Fat Nova there, and they will use that to push with this Protector, as you say, and get some value on the mid lane, and probably take it top lane and secure that healing fountain for the next objective.
Yeah, destroy 2 walls, 1 well, and this is pretty much cool play for them.
Yeah, so everything looking very solid so far from Fat Nova. Stray Dogs, of course, is the early game problem for them, that they need to wait for that Kel'Thuzad to get stacked. So far he's on 13. Now the objective is a good way to get some stacks because he's a huge hitbox for Kel'Thuzad to hit chins on.
Yeah, and now we got Mosh Pit, Phoenix, Willing Arrow, Stay a While and Listen, and Entomb for the red team. And they can engage aggressively with ults.
Yeah, and I think they're thinking about doing it now. Straight onto Imperius. The Mosh Pit used to catch onto Imperius. The lockdown's there. Stay a while and listen onto Kel'Thuzad. The cleanse.
And he's dead. And now they can take support camp.
Yeah, nice play from Fat Nova. Although they did commit 2 heroics for, by the way, Leoric there dodging the chain into Spike with his unstoppable. They did commit 2 long cooldown heroics for that 1 kill. So but, there is a window when Stray Dogs can fight.
Yeah. And all the time Blaze doing good work, he's double soaking, so now blue team has own heroic abilities. This is Shadow Fisher, Mighty Gust, Combustion, Angelic Armaments, and Rhaegar is still thinking, okay, it's Ancestral. For a moment I was scared, will we see Bloodlust, but okay.
It would be strange to take Bloodlust in a team with no auto attackers.
Yeah.
So yeah, going for the Ancestral there.
Yeah, Sylvana doing another camp, but blue team is going to invade.
Yeah, I think they have to give this Fat Nova, but they're not giving it. He slides in. There's the Entomb onto Rhaegar. Absolutely destroyed Rhaegar. The Gust's a little bit too late there. I think not wanting to get pushed on against the Entomb. And that means it's going to be 1 kill for nothing in favor of Fat Nova.
Yeah, and fun thing that Leoric actually take the turret, so it's like double win for the Fat Nova.
Yeah, although at least Stray Dogs got the XP from the camp.
Yeah, sure.
Some consolation.
Yeah, and now Fat Nova invading the enemy's camp, and will we see fight for that one? No, seems like blue team just gave up 1 turret, and Fat Nova got 2 turrets, 1 healing beacon. That is quite strong for them before the second objective.
Yeah, so a comfortable lead now for Fat Nova. 1 level, 1 talent, a 2 turret lead, and a healing item. They're looking pretty strong so far. Level 13 talents are in, by the way. Kael'thas gone for the living bomb explosion radius on level 13, get more of that bomb spreading that you saying can be very powerful in these lower divisions in particular.
Yeah, because like blue team doesn't want to spread the bombs, and Keltas like, you know, I just take increased radius and you will spread the bombs. It's like and we got Ancient Blessing, by the way, for Old Man, so more auto attacks, damage and healing for the team.
Yeah. So everything looking fairly standard so far. By the way, Rhaegar not going for the shield on 13 as is maybe traditional. Still going for the reduced cooldown on the Q. Get a bit more sustain healing. So expecting a bit slower fights from Rhaegar, I guess. Not expecting a single target burst. The problem for Stray Dogs right now is, yes, they've caught up in talents, but they still don't have those Kel'Thuzad stacks that they need to get up and running. And in order to get those stacks, they need to be having brawls basically with the enemy team.
Yeah, but enemy team doesn't want to brawl, so they just take 52% on the objective, Vulcan, but mosh speed.
The mosh pit was absolutely huge. The gust from Falstad perfectly done though to zone everyone else away. And now Falstad's gone in, secured the kill onto Deckard Cain. Imperius got out his armaments and wants to chase onto ETC there, but Sylvanas falls as well. So this is more kills here. It's 5 versus 3. Can they catch onto the Kael'thas as well? Nice skew up from Imperius, catches onto Leoric, and he's made it a 3rd kill. So 3 kills for nothing, despite a good mosh pit.
Yeah, great fight for the blue team. Like when Mosh Pit was in, Falstad just in gust 3 people, and no one can deal damage into the Mosh, and it was cool play.
I really like the intelligence of that gust is not just a panic gust ETC who was moshing, but instead gust everyone else around. So then ETC is split off on his own.
And he's just dead there. So yeah, it was cool play. And now they got all the time to take the protector for themselves and start to destroy some structures.
Yeah, so suddenly Stray Dogs looking completely back in this game. There's Kel'Thuzad. He's on 25 stacks, gets shielded. He can survive for a little bit longer. Blaze in deep, but Falstad is already dead. ETC trying to control this Imperius. There's the Wailing Arrow. Huge onto Kara. Can Kara get away? Probably not. Maybe actually.
No. Okay.
So.
And Sylvana.
Oh, she gets
Sylvana
away.
Survived.
So
cool.
Yeah. So the Stray Dogs got the protector, but they lost their whole team.
Yeah, pretty much.
And by the way,
so yeah, like red team got 16 talents and just go in. No, we don't care about your protector. We just can kill whole your team.
Yeah, and Rhaegar and Kel'Thuzad in this robot have to be pretty careful because this is going to fall in the middle of the keep. That was ambitious from whoever's driving that robot, because that's going to be
5 men around them and Doom, and it's to even Mosh Pit is used. Gust, Ancestral, and Rhaegar survived. Cool.
Okay, that could have gone worse actually. I was expecting that to be 2 guaranteed kills, but the fact is they only got 1 and they had to commit the Mosh Pit for it. So again, another great gust from Emir Khan on the Falstad.
Yep. So yeah, we get little pause in here. Both teams going for turrets, for soaking. Nothing special going on.
Level 16 talents in for Stray Dogs now. Power of Ice Crown from Kel'Thuzad. So he can get a lot of spell power potentially using that.
And Earth Grasp Totem for Rhaegar, so this is pretty much like a stun right now for him. So he could set up for his team for some kills, maybe isolated kills. Like in the middle, but Leo seems okay.
Yeah, well, it was Leo who actually initiated that, wanting to be aggressive and use the Entomb under the towers. But the towers were actually shooting at minions at the time, so didn't secure anything. But it does mean Entomb's down for another 30 seconds, although Ancestral isn't quite back up yet from that earlier kill attempt.
Yeah. And right now Deckard threw in some potions in here, so they are set up this choke point and ready to fight for the support camp. But blue team... Okay, blue team is coming.
Yeah, and but now a Stray Dog's going to try to take this? They might. And here they're posturing around this, and red team have just given it up. I'm slightly surprised. I guess because Mosh Pit was not back up, and they thought they're waiting for Mosh, and they want to play around that Mosh Pit. But
maybe you're right.
I mean, Mosh Pit isn't the only weapon they have in their arsenal, and also the blue team might not have known that Mosh Pit was on cooldown. So, maybe slightly too cautious from Fat Nova, but they want to play safe. They know that they're nearer to 20, so they may just try to soak 20 before Stray Dogs and play with the 20 advantage.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe they just playing this macro game because just now we got a control point will be after 30 seconds, and they got pretty much all time to get 20, and then this protector, like taking this protector for a blue team before 20 will be really awkward.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see the blue team there were desperate to try to find a pick, try to find somebody out of position, but solid retreating play from Fat Nova. Play safe, sit back, wait for that 20, and with them getting their camp, that will be level 20 in now-ish for... Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
For the red team. And they have got Flamethrower on the Kael'thas. Buried Alive, of course, for Leoric. Bottomless Flask for Deckard. Tourbus from ETC. Now that's what I want to see.
Okay. Entomb, yeah, Leo just cut Imperius into the Buried Alive Entomb. And this is one more turret for the red team.
3 turrets now to 0.
Yeah, Imperius was silenced and can't even drop the turret right there. Cool play by Leo.
Yeah, good Entomb from Goryo. And the thing is, it's not a huge cooldown. It's back up in 20 seconds now. And you can see Fat Nova don't even care about this objective. They're just saying, look, let's secure the keep.
Yeah, because they got talent advantage, they got numerous advantage, and they just can push in, then took the protector and the game. If... Oh, Deckard.
There's going to be a gust. There's going to be a gust. Emir Khan's flying over, looking for the gust into the corner, but he gets knocked back by a blaze immediately. And here comes the combustion. Oh, there's a Tourbus though. It only catches on to Kel'Thuzad. That will stop Kel'Thuzad doing any damage for 6 whole seconds. In fact, the turrets have killed Kel'Thuzad. And blaze is in deep. And so it's 3 for 1, despite an amazing engage from Stray Dogs.
Cool. Yeah, the thing is that the power play gust was cancelled, and that was pretty much the win for the red team.
Yeah, a great little boop from ETC, I think, stopped the gust.
Yeah. It was ETC boop, because if that gust connected, there is like little chance that red team won that fight. Yeah, and now red team just clearing some waves. ETC taking the protector. Sylvana even with Leo got to camp. So yeah.
It's hard to see what Stray Dogs can do here. Oh, they may look for a gank on ETC because they've seen that the enemy is in mostly at the top lane and they know somebody's down here. I think they know that ETC's here on his own. They're going to try and catch him. Can he get a spike? No,
No.
In my opinion, that was a little bit too cautious from Stray Dogs because they had to try and find a really aggressive rotation onto the ETC and stop his escape in order to secure that advantage. However, they're still in the game because, of course, there will be yet another fight over this objective at 18 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yep, and this fight could decide the game, so we got engaged from the red team.
Mosh Pit not up for another 10 seconds. Entomb misses or only hits onto Imperius, who walks safely out of it. Stay a while and listen onto 4 members. Now ETC wants to start getting... The Mosh Pit is up in a few seconds. Can he find the engage possibility? Immediately, Blaze has been killed. Kel'Thuzad's going to go next down. Oh no, a nice heal from Rhaegar keeps him alive for now. And Imperius probably going to fall there in the backline. Leoric getting chased by the doggy. The Gust might give a bit of safety, but ETC's there, and he might just catch Rhaegar with a Mosh Pit and Torbus it in. Chooses not to for now, but yeah, that's surely game.
Yeah. Okay, it was cool fight for the red team. They like decided engage even don't have a mosh pit, but turns out they even don't need it.
Yeah, they've still got the mosh pit available. You know, they can even just do that on the full stat or something now if he comes out on the road. But I mean, it was just a solid fight from Fat Nova, and they looked very confident in all the fights in this game actually. 17
kills for 4. And this is game number 1.
Yeah, so a great performance there by Fat Nova as they win game number 1 in this semi-final.
GG.
So, I mean, the thing is for Stray Dogs is they had some moments where they really got back into the game and they had some good fights. But mostly they just got crushed, and I'm not entirely sure why that is. I mean, what do you think went wrong for Stray Dogs in this game?
It's hard to tell really, because like Stray Dogs got some crazy plays, especially Falstad with his Ghasts. Yeah, it was 2 or 3 times. Yeah, like when he did cool plays with his Ghasts, saving his teammate and set up for some kills. But mostly team fights goes well for the Fat Nova. And like Stray Dogs got plays, but they got no kills. If you don't kill your team, you just, I don't know, you need to convert this plays into the actual kills, actual value for your team.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm not sure the Kel'Thuzad pick really worked out for them. I thought it was going to be so impactful. I thought they were going to lock down targets with the Imperius and Blaze, and then get Kel'Thuzad damage on them and just blow them up. And what would Stekka going to do about it? But it didn't really work like that. It looked like the aggression from Fat Nova stopped Stray Dogs from being able to play their game plan.
Yep, and yes, and Fat Nova really working well with pressure onto the front line of the Stray Dogs. So the Blaze and Imperius even like couldn't get these stun locks because they always been pressured by damage dealers of Fat Nova. Constant poke, constant bombs, burn, poisons, and so on.
Yeah, so good stuff from Fat Nova. Fat Nova have map pick for this next one because Stray Dogs chose to go for first pick. So Fat Nova have picked Alterac Pass for game number 2. Now that's a map where things can be quite different. So what do you think they're planning here on Alterac Pass?
In the actual season, yeah, the only map that you want to pick against Stray Dogs was Alterac, because they Alterac and Infernal Shrines maybe, but Alterac, yeah, because all other maps they win like 100%. But Alterac they actually lost one time this season, so it's a good map choice from the Fat Nova, and Alterac is actually good map for them. So it's not only like counter pick, this is actually a strong pick for them. So yeah, it's wise choice, I must say.
Yeah, so a solid pickup from Fat Nova, and let's hope that they've got a plan for that. We'll see. So we were expecting to see some more macro-focused heroes here, but of course it'll depend on.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. And again, like Stray Dogs got free win in the quarterfinals, so maybe it was just like warm up for them, you know. And now they will show us their really their place. They are strong team fights and so on.
Yeah, I think the Stray Dogs showed some real potential in that game.
Yeah,
And the gusts were really good, but it's
yeah.
just not quite enough yet in game number 1 to sort that. So we'll have to see what they do in game number 2. I mean, as you say, it's not that great. It's not Stray Dogs' greatest map. You know, they've not done well on it in the season.
Yeah.
But we'll see what kind of strats they'll pull out here. If you were playing here on Alterac Pass, what heroes would you be prioritizing in the draft?
Like I would pretty much considered Falstad again, because this is a big map and Falstad got global, so Falstad is good. And other globals like Dehaka, Brightwing, maybe, ETC with Stage Dive. It's all works here. Junkrat is good for poking, for like preventing taking objective. Yeah, so Junkrat is good too. And you need some hero to clear the camps, because on this map, camps is first of all really strong, and you can take them like on cooldown.
So camp prioritization and macro, that's what you're suggesting.
I think, yeah.
Well, let's see what these teams look at in their bans. First ban, Mal'Ganis.
Mal'Ganis.
So
Yeah,
definitely,
Mal'Ganis is strong tank these days.
yeah. I wonder if we can find out how well Fat Nova have done with Mal'Ganis throughout the season.
Fat Nova, this is not the best choice for Fat Nova, because they losing with Mal'Ganis more than winning, so it's interesting. Ban.
So you think not well targeted there?
I think, yeah. But Trainer is strong pick for the Stray Dogs, and this is targeted ban, I think. And Trainer is strong these days too, so it's viable ban. Okay. No, stay while and listen this game.
I think that's a good respect ban there against that Deckard Cain, who was quite important.
Yeah. So no global bans.
No global bans so far, yeah, and that leaves all of them open. Are they going to pick up a global in the first phase? Let's see. Or they might go for that Zul, you know, because the Zul, nobody picked it last game. But here, where people want to focus the wave clear and pushing, I think Zul would be a great pickup, but maybe the teams are not so confident on him.
We'll see. But Zul, yeah, Zul is pretty strong. He can... Okay, this is Joanna. Joanna for wave clearing and for staying in that team fight for as long as she can.
So Joanna first picked up by Kara there.
Yeah, Varian. And by the way, we told that earlier today. Fat Nova played Alterac with Varian, so
This realm needs me.
Yeah, that's true. With Taunt, wasn't it? I believe, and they got a lot of value.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Taunt in a double tank setup. By the way, talking about that Deckard, Wu's a Deckard with a huge win rate there on Deckard this season in Division 6 and 7 by Wuza. So well targeted in the Deckard Kane ban there. As the next ban phase is coming in by Fat Nova just now. What do they ban here that might synergize
Maybe
well nicely
some
with
heal.
Arthas?
Maybe Anna for Nana boosted Limine or Falstad just to take out one global. Okay, but they got Arthas on play. Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like
that's
really, yeah.
I was just going to say I think that's a reasonable ban because, like you were saying, the importance of the globals here, and it would have been another range damage to go with that Ming. So
Yeah,
not
exactly.
surprising, and of course the ghosts were important in that game number 1.
So yeah, one more question: will we see like Anna pick for the blue team for some Nana boosted Limine or not?
I mean, I think that you could pick up Anna now on the side of Fat Nova, get that with the Jaina, and then
Yeah,
you deny it as well as pick it for your team.
Yeah, if your healer player is confident enough to play Anna.
True, of course, it has to be something that they are happy to do.
Yeah, because better to play like some best hero for you. That, and we got Lucio actually, so some beats today.
Yeah. This is his jam, after all, and that will help keep Arthas and Joanna away from Jaina and Sylvanas. That's the idea there from that Lucio pick, is say not let Arthas and Joanna just run over their team, and he'll have the boop to push them away, and of course the speed to keep them away in the first place.
Yeah, you're right. And again, for the Fat Nova, we'll see the Sylvanas pick. So this is fourth time for them, and 3 they won. And now this is first game for Sylvanas for Fat Nova, and maybe we'll see another win.
So this is very similar to the comp that Fat Nova ran on Alterac earlier.
Yeah.
With that double tank. I think, like you were saying, the stage dive could be an option here for the ETC, but that's not really the way they played it in that game earlier on Alterac. The way they played it more is actually just take fights when they wanted, and then they've got so much lockdown with the taunt. Then you've got the ETC slide and stuff, so they don't have to play such a macro style.
Yeah, you're right. You can. It's like an option, a possibility that you can use. So if you are confident enough that, like you're saying, okay, we will win these fights, and you just go in mosh pit, taunt, mosh, stuns, and just destroy someone from the enemy's team, and that's all. But you can actually go stage time.
Let's see what happens as we go into game number 2 in this best of 3 semi-final between, on the left, Stray Dogs, Emir Khan on the Johanna, Murtaros on the Arthas, Kara on something else, sorry, on the Joanna, on the Emir Khan on the Valor, sorry, and Zawi NNN on the Stukov.
Yeah, and from the right, Fat Nova, Galgar playing Jaina, Bass on ETC, Goryo playing Varian, Wuza on Lucio, and Antigorai on Sylvanas.
Level 1 talents, straight away. So, Lucio going for the auto attack. Oh no, he's not, he's going for Accelerando. Sorry, I misread that. Accelerando going for the movement speed on the wall. So, going to try and be very fast, very slippery, this Lucio. And then ETC and Jaina both going for globes. What about on the blue corner? What talents have they gone for?
Okay, so Walla got hot pursuit, so this is some kind of auto attack wave build, yeah. And we got low blow for Stukov for more damage, power hungry for Li Min, hold your ground from Joanna, and frost presence for Arthas. And hold your ground for Joe is like taking an advantage out of that hard talent that you got earlier after the Blizzard actually buffed this to 60% of his max HP, and now you can just pop it on cooldown and took this scary shields.
Yeah, and it's going to be particularly valuable against the ATC and the Vari, that double lockdown that we know that
Yeah.
Fat Nova want to go for.
Yeah, and you see red team already doing the camp, so like camps on cooldown.
Yeah, and blue team are also going for the camp, but it's just a little bit later, which means it won't be back up by the time of the start of the the first objective for the blue team,
Yep.
but it will be for the red team.
But there is some like advantage because they now can clear a red camp onto their wall, yeah, and then push with their own camp. But red team is doing good work. They just saw that blue team actually late with their camp and push and destroy half of the wall. So was cool move by the red team.
Yeah, and so they've got a tower for free basically.
Yeah.
And yes, you're right that this blue camp is now pushing and will need clearing, but Jaina's going to be a lot better at clearing that than Li Ming was a second ago.
Fair enough.
And so they'll just wait for that to get cleared before they go over to that first objective, and then of course the red team can think about picking up another camp as well if it's stalled suitably.
So okay, first objective is in. Vala in bot lane.
Yeah, so a prioritization on Soak here from the blue team. They're trying to get as close. They were trying to get level 7 before they even go to this objective, by the looks of things. And I think the red team are going to allow that because they're going to be doing their own camp in the meantime.
Yeah, and like again, camp on cooldown. Like this is pretty much the whole strategy on this map. Camp, and sometimes objective.
So Lucio's a nice idea here for defending this objective without committing too many resources. Because look, Lucio just uses that speed to just come in and be annoying and stop them capping.
Zipping. And it seems like Arthas is done with this.
He's like, yeah, I've had enough of this nonsense. I'm out of here.
And they actually catch him, and this is kill number 1, first blood for the red team. Well done.
Yeah, nice play from them, and it really shows the potentially aggressive style of this double lockdown comp from Fat Nova, because not only have they got the double stuns, but Lucio can help ETC and Varian reach the enemy in order to do that engage. Lovely silence from Stukov here, by the way, onto Sylvanas, and she has to be very careful.
So okay, 6 seconds left. Will blue team be able to contest this? Seems like not.
No.
So
Nice.
first objective, yeah, go into the red team.
Yeah, nice zoning from ETC there just to stop anyone from coming in. And it's, first objective. And don't forget they've got a Sylvanas who can push with this in a specific lane. So they may be able to take a fort fairly easily.
So yeah, but right now Sylvanas staying alone on bot lane, so I doubt that she got some serious damage, but we'll see. Whole red team going top, and they could actually kill Li Min, but apparently there is no vision on her, so it was unfortunate for the Fat Nova.
Yep, they stayed. Li Ming staying sensibly out of sight when she can. The thing is, Li Ming went orb build, by the way, so gonna have a lot of W coming out.
Oh no.
Taunt onto Stukov with the Blizzard on top, but booped out by ETC, so not quite the synergy they were looking for. Lovely silence on ETC. Can Lucio give the speed to his teammates to escape? 500 HP, your loser. But gets away.
And this is like, you see, if you got Calamity right there, this is like 4 men that.
Yeah, because potentially Leeming would slide on, would boom onto. Oh, but here's the
but-
Leeming orb value starting to reset like crazy and throw them out.
Silence. Ooh. It was cool play because red team was about to get heroics, but now blue team got kill and can push even without their own level 10. And we got Mosh Pit, by the way, for ETC.
Yeah, I think that's what I was expecting actually, because they are fairly focused on kind of a less macro style and more team fight.
Yeah, but you see the problem now. They, like blue team, got Wave of Force, they got Flailing Swipe, yeah, they got Shield, so they got Rain of Vengeance, so pretty much all of their heroes can easily interrupt the Mosh.
Yeah, and you're right. 4 of their heroes have an interrupt, and Stukov and Joanna have 2 different interrupts.
Yeah.
So it's a really it's going to be very tough for ETC to land the Mosh. I don't think he's going to try. I think he's going to threaten it and just make sure that Leeming holds on to her abilities and stuff, or Joanna holds on to that Blessed Shield, and just try to threaten the enemy team.
Or you can always Mosh 5 men and that's all.
Yeah, okay. I think if he gets a 5-man, then he'll get a 5-man. But,
Okay, so yeah. Right now red team is pushing with Sylvanas and the camp. And blue team just go straight to the objective. So yeah, they trade up for the some seconds on.
a good call there from Fat Nova, because they gave up 10 seconds of the objective, but now you just go and you pick up you just decap it.
Yeah.
And they got fought effectively for the cost of 3 for 12 seconds of objective, and the 12 seconds doesn't mean anything. The Mosh Pit hits onto one member, but immediately interrupted, as predicted. Arthur Snow falling pretty low. Cineragosa comes out. Lucio's been slowed down. The orb is absolutely huge, and that's 1 reset already, but Arthas dies in response. Sylvanas next to fall, resets the Leeming again. She starts throwing out the combo. Vala in so hot, looking to try to catch Jaina, but she sits back for now, and it's just 2 for 1.
So okay, good fight for the blue team. They actually got the objective, so now they can push. But again, I need to point one thing. That orbs from Limin was actually good, so there are some value, definitely. But if you got resets with Calamity, they could just get even more. But it was good play, so good use of orb build, good skill, and they got objectives, so okay.
Yeah. A nice little engage there. And the Leeming, has been getting value with these orbs, as she starts getting a poke right now. Holy Panther, running at currently 19,000 hero damage. That's 8,000 more, I should say, more than anybody on Fat
Glass
Nova.
Cannon.
Oh, full glass
we
cannon
actually
orb.
got glass cannon. So chat, you can start to going crazy.
Yeah, that's can be slightly controversial as the Leeming, but it will allow her potentially to do a lot of poke damage if she sits far back. The problem is Lucio. Hello, that's a taunt on Zavala with a slide on top. Does manage to get away though, and there's a root in response. Silence comes out from Stukov.
Okay. And they got killed. And even Sindragosa flies in, so they can get more orb, another orb.
The root, there's a taunt onto the glass cannon Ming, and just about survives from that. Goryo tries to get away here. The Wave of Force knocks him sideways, but he's okay.
It was actually super cool move from Varian, because Limin got reset on orb from that hit, and if she managed to throw one more, whole team could die. So Varian actually saved 3 people, right?
Yeah. And that's the way you play against that orb glass cannon Ming, is you get up in her face and stop that orb getting reset and stop her from make her panic.
Arthas overstayed a little bit.
And this is where Lucio gets value. The speed allows him to chase, and the slows on the enemy team. Joanna, no Iron Skin available. There's the slows coming out from Jaina, and she surely is going to go down here. Knocked back from ETC. Bang.
Yeah. Okay. Will they go to the boss?
They looks like they are. The boss isn't
Okay.
so valuable on this map, but it will pressure that fort at least.
There is fort standing still. So this boss pretty much going for the fort, and the red team can just focus an objective. So it's a good play, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing really else to do on the map anyway, so I think it's a fair play. But the thing is, the blue team can just ignore the boss after it's been capped, and the blue team can just go to the objective anyway. And the boss, you know, it will probably get the fort, but it won't get much else. And I don't think the red team can push with the boss as it happens.
No, they just go into objective, and yeah, blue team needs to fight before 16, and they are going in, and there is good silence from Root. Ooh, and there is 2 kills.
Yeah, and now
So-
Joanna wants to chase, tries to catch onto Lucio. Jaina stuck in the mud, but will be okay for now. I mean, credit to Zowie NNN on the Stukov. What a
Yeah,
silence and roots from the Stukov there.
Yeah, there is cool. He just got 2 people into the route, and this move wins a fight. And there is like it was a good fight because they need to fight right now, or red team got 16 earlier than you.
Exactly.
And yeah, they win it, and now they go into objective.
Yeah, so a great call from Stray Dogs there. And now they are eager for more. Li Ming, full orb build. Full glass cannon orb build. And it has the full range as well. So watch how far back Li Ming sits. Look how far those orbs go. Joanna's gone in deep. Gets the condemned. There's the taunt. The mosh pit immediately interrupted by the wave of force. But Joanna's died anyway. B-Boss falling low though. There's the Lucio sound barrier. Keeps CTC alive. Arthas goes down. It's 2-0 so far. And the red team looking to chase. But there's the swipes from Stukov. Sylvanas jumps over. So wants to chase. Gets the damage there. Lucio with the speed. The Zowie NNN will sit back for now.
Wow. Like, this game is crazy. Really, absolute cool game. Back and forth, back and forth. Blue team got 2 kills, then red team got 2 kills, and there is really fun to watch.
Yeah, 6 kills each so far. Perfectly even. Very close on the XP as well. One structure down, although it's basically nearly dead anyway, which is the mid fort. So an amazingly close game. There is the value of the orb here is it can potentially stall the objective, but it's not done it long enough. And so now the blue team does have to engage, but Arthas isn't here yet. When he gets there, he's got Syndragosa.
So Syndra is going in.
Immediately on ETC, who does not have Mosh Pit available, and therefore they can just blow up that ETC if they can just surround him here. Lovely silence from Stukov onto Varian. Joanna has their Iron Skin available. B-Boss, though, just providing so much zone. And Joanna has to step back.
0.6 second left. So it was so close, so close.
Credit to these little footmen who decapped it.
Yeah.
MVP award right here.
Like, ETC stolen this for as long as he could, but he must decide to like die or left this, and he. Ooh, good kill, good kill.
That's the taunt blow up combo that they've got. There's the silence on Varian though. Is it a counter kill? The sound barrier comes out, keeps Varian alive.
And now red team can just reclaim this 0.6, or maybe even got 2 kills.
The mosh pit's available as well. I'm surprised he didn't mosh those 2. Yes, there was an interrupt available, but it would have forced something and bought maybe half a second of time. They get the Arthas kill anyway though, so nothing needed for now. And 0.6 seconds, they'll be able to get that, no problem.
Yeah, and top lane is heavily pushed by the red minions. Red team is heavily pushed by camp, so it will be scary objective.
Yeah, and here comes the big wave in the mid lane. The camp's been cleared finally, but the cavalry's going to be behind it, and the Sylvanas already helping them to just push that keep. But there's a counter engage without Arthas. They're trying to just threaten Sylvanas off the point, but Joanna's so exposed. Stukov silence again, getting massive value. Well played to Zoe NNN.
Yeah. But now these big orcs pushing in, and there is definitely one keep down. Or
Is there? Actually, running there at 1,600 HP.
okay.
You never know. That might survive.
Yeah, but okay, apparently Sylvanas used this D, and there is counter aggression with Syndra and Root from Stukov and 2 kills.
What an amazing Syndragosa Stukov combination. They're going to get 3 kills in a row. Perfectly executed there by Stray Dogs. Who let the dogs out? Who? Just beautiful Syndragosa play with the Stukov on top. I love how coordinated they are on that. And that's basically been how they've been staying in this game. 9 kills to 8 now. Incredibly close. Both teams knocking on the door of level 20. With 3 members dead on the side of Fat Nova. Surely this is the bottom boss getting picked up here.
Yeah, it's boss. So yeah, if we got 3rd game in this series, it's definitely Ban for Stukov.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just an incredible Stukov performance here from Zoe NNN.
Super plays. And apparently red team sneak out that blue team go into bottom boss and they start the top boss, but will they get it in time?
They will because Stray
yeah,
Dogs have
because-
stopped to clear, yeah. If Stray Dogs sniffed this out, this would have been a massacre maybe, but as it happens, they haven't realised in time. I think Arthas has twigged it now, but he can't go on his own, otherwise he's just going to get taunt blown up. Surely he's not going in here. It's 20 versus 20. By the way, the level 20 talents, quickly. Absolute 0 on the Syndragosa. They're indestructible for Joanna. The repulsion on Li Ming. The other two
Yeah.
waiting to happen.
And we got Death Metal this time for ETC, no Buster, Death Metal, okay. Bossa Nova, Bolt of the Storm, Demoralize and Shout, and Fight Mode. So upgrade for the ultimate on Jane. Okay. And Stukov with Vala, like thinking about their choices. And while they are thinking, red team invading the camp.
So I think that was a slight mistake from Stray Dogs there. And it's a common mistake I see, which is that they felt they had to clear the boss to 0%. But you don't really. You just have to take some percent off the boss so that the keep can defend itself.
Yeah.
And then they could have contested their own camp instead of having now to clear that.
Yeah, now they got to clear that, and it's a big fight coming.
Yeah. This Syndragosa could be the deciding factor here. The death metal as well, watch out for that, because B-Boss has been dying a fair bit, and he gets in very deep. And if he dies in the right place, it'll be a death metal, and it could be a massive fight winner. Let's see how they proceed, though. Syndragosa comes in, catches onto 2 members. They're completely rooted. The Stukov silence is there, but it's only on Tavarin, and he survived. The wave of force onto B-Boss, but the swipes push him away before he dies. He hasn't actually died, though. Surprisingly, nobody has. Mosh pit. Oh, the orb value.
Yeah.
Credit to this
And
Li Ming.
no death metal value.
Exactly, because he was so far away. Holy Panzer on the Li Ming with the incredible orb value. And, you know, we doubted it. We doubted that orb build value. We thought, you know, the Calamity would have been bigger. Tell you what, if she Calamity's in there, she's stunned. But the orb from 3 miles away, and ETC was dead.
Okay. I see. So now red team just need to clear some wave, got some camps, because they can't contest this. Yeah, because ETC is 20 seconds out and objective is like 20 seconds away. Or will they? No.
I
No.
think
So
not.
yeah, they need just depush the lanes as far as they can, and that camp on the middle is doing work.
Yeah, so mid lane is no issue for the red team. In fact, it might even be an issue for the blue team, even with the cavalry. The problem is going to be bot and top. Now, the Syndragosa, how they use the Syndragosa here is going to be so important. Are they going to use it to push the first keep that they take with that Syndragosa, secure it very confidently, maybe force an engage? or are they going to get a keep for free, maybe with the cavalry, then switch to another lane and Syndra goes to that, and then they've got 2 keeps down and they can think about core. There's lots of decision making going on here, but hang on, look at this vision.
Yeah.
Because if we look at the vision here of the blue team, they can't see that that bush has got people in. In fact, now there's a potential engage.
Okay. Slide in, but root from the Arthas. And 1 orb. Second one?
Syndra
Okay,
goes,
Syndra.
goes on. Onto the blessed shield onto Lucio before he can use his ultimate, and he's immediately blown up. B-Boss is in the backline,
And
well
ETC
tied with the
is
death
dead.
metal. But it's still 2 members dead for nothing. And because, yes, the death metal is there, but there's nobody there to follow up on it. And the 3 remaining members of Fat Nova are just trying to clear that cavalry, which is pushing very aggressively.
Yeah, and by the way, you see the confidence on that Stukov player. He's just saying, I can win this even without level 20 talents. Easily.
He still hasn't picked the level 20. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, Zoyan and then very confident here. And they are going to push that
don't
mid
need
lane.
that talent. We just crush you without it.
This
And they
looks...
do.
Yeah, this looks like GG. I mean, there's 2 keeps down. There's a ping onto Joanna. She does have the indestructible still available though, right? I think... So they can't actually kill her. Huge wailing arrow hits onto 4 members. The taunt onto Joanna. And they've killed Arthas. But the boss
Yeah, but no,
is dead.
this is GG. So Stukov, like, it's really confident play. Like he's just leading his teams with his silence and roots, and he doesn't even took the level 20 talent. He's just, let's go, boys. I can totally destroy them even without it.
I mean, a brilliant performance from the Stukov player throughout that whole game. Zowie NNN.
Yeah.
Fantastic performance there.
Cool. So 1-1, and we actually got map number 3 today.
Yeah, we will have a deciding game. Now, it's difficult to know how Fat Nova feel, because game number 1, Fat Nova looked really in charge of that game. But game number 2, the fights really, Stray Dogs had that initiation with the Syndragosa and the Stukov combination. Now I wonder, is it going to be about banning the Stukov or something like that, and then just say, look, that was your main weapon, or are they going to, try to change up the strategy completely? Because Fat Nova played basically the same draft in games number 1 and 2, and they were still
not exactly
not
the same,
exactly the same. No,
but yeah, you're right. I think that as I said, first game was just warm up for Stray Dogs, so they got some moments, but they didn't had some synergy, but the second game, they was on point. That combinations, that usage of Syndra plus silence, super strong. Them.
yeah, it looked like they practiced that, and they were really sharp in their execution with it, finding the enemy. The Syndragosas were so well aimed, and I think it's partly because of the map and the way that the lanes are kind of shaped, that the enemies naturally run along a lane that's nice for Syndragosa, but also just the great play from the Arthas to find those great initiations every time.
And as I remember, they don't even use it to push. Yeah, not even.
No, they didn't. No, they did not. Yeah, which is
it's
and that's
only
normally
for team fights.
Yeah, exactly.
Syndra for team fight. Cool.
Great stuff from them. I have a statistic here though for you. Stukov on Zawien, 6 wins this season, 0 losses, 100% win rate.
Okay.
So I expect we're going to see a ban.
Yeah, if someone from Fat Nova is listening to us, just ban it, please. This is amazing. Amazing play from Stukov player.
So we are just waiting to see what map we're going to go to for game number 3. I mean, it is an incredible series so far, and don't forget this is the semi-final, where currently things are 1-1 between Stray Dogs and Fat Nova, and the winner of this will go up against Sloth High Lords in the grand final.
Yeah, and Stray Dogs is actually last team left from Division 7 here in the tournament, and they was actually top dogs in the division. So will Division 7 go into the finals?
That would be a great grand final to have, is Division 6 versus Division 7 here in the Rare Cup. It would be the top of Division 6 versus the top of Division 7 if that were to happen. And they're only one map away, the Stray Dogs, in their game against Fat Nova. Fat Nova finished 6th, you see, in Division 6, whereas Stray Dogs finished 1st in Division 7, as you say. So, Towers of Doom for the deciding game.
Yeah. So what about this map for our teams? Towers of Doom.
Towers of Doom picked by Stray Dogs, by the way. So let's take a look at the map bands here on screen. We can see that, for those of you who maybe just tuned in, Infernal Shrines and Dragonshire were banned, Cursed Hollow and Battlefield were banned as well.
So yeah, it was choose by Stray Dogs, and this team during the season won 2 out of 2 games on Towers of Doom, and Fat Nova actually lost 2 out of 2 games on Towers of Doom. So it's a tactical map choice.
Okay, so yeah, it's about thinking about what the enemy is good at as well, or bad at, as well as what you're good at. So yeah, Towers of Doom 0-2, as you say, for Fat Nova.
Yeah, and by the way, we got Sloth's High Lords in finals already, and interesting fact that only Stray Dogs can beat them during the season. So if they're in finals, it will be like crazy game.
Yeah.
But Fat Nova is here, they're with us. So, and they doesn't want Stray Dogs let Stray Dogs into the finals, you know. So they will definitely fight for the spot.
Yeah, I think whichever team goes through to that best of 5 grand final, it's going to be an incredibly close final against the Sloth High Lords. So we are still waiting for a couple of players to get ready. I think they're just having a bit of a stretch and a break and a bit of going to the toilet and stuff after that game. So that's been, so game number 1, Fat Nova looked in control, as I said. Game number 2, Stray Dogs looked not completely in control, because they were on the back foot a little bit, but they had those great team fight engages. Gut feeling, who do you think is going to be the favourite coming into game number 3?
Like, Stray Dogs is definitely on point right now after they win last map. So maybe they will get some mental advantages. But Fat Nova showed us a really cool plays today. They got really strong team fights. And Towers of Doom is about 4v4 on the bottom most of the time. So we'll see. Both team got some cool pocket aces. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think I agree, and I think I really liked the kind of taunt lockdown blow up that we've seen from Fat Nova. And you know, I was expecting that to go really well for them in game number 2, and yet the Syndragosa value. I can't help but think the Mosh Pit, as you were saying, didn't get much value in game number 2, so they may have been better off going Stage Dive and getting more macro or more hard engage.
Yeah, because like really 4 out of 5 heroes could interrupt it, so why not? And by the way, for Stray Dogs, they got 6 wins out of 6 games with Stukov, and they got 6 wins out of 6 games with Rehgar.
Oh, really? So,
And Rehgar is good to control camps on this map in particular.
and he would have a cleanse to deal with some of that lockdown strategy that Fat Nova have been doing.
Yeah.
So if Stukov gets banned, do you think that Rehgar's going to get picked up early?
I think it could be. It could be definitely the choice for Stray Dogs.
Yes, absolutely. We'll have to see what they do, though, as we are about to head into the draft for game number 3. Just waiting on final confirmation here as we go in to the draft. Here we go. So, you're watching Heroes Lounge Rare Cup semi-final. Stray Dogs versus Fat Nova. It's a best of 3, and so far it's 1 game apiece as we go into the deciding game on Towers of Doom. And the draft is beginning. What do we expect to get banned here on Towers?
I don't know. If I was in Fat Nova team, I'm definitely ban Stukov right now. Just straight out log in, and no question about it. But there are different strong heroes for Stray Dogs, as Rainer, as Thrall, so we could see these bans too.
Yeah, so I think the Stukov ban and maybe something else targeted, or maybe something map focused, because it is Towers of Doom where you have to play map strategy. There's the Thrall ban.
Okay. And it's actually interesting what will Stray Dogs ban. Will they ban Deckard again, or something else like Keltas? I don't know. Sylvana maybe, because like Fat Nova played Sylvanas 100% of the time, I suppose.
There's the Mal'Ganis ban. The Mal'Ganis not allowing him through. He's a strong tank for sure. Nothing so far really focused on the map specifically. So far, here, you know, the team is just trying to ban the comfort heroes of the enemy team.
Yep. So Rainer or Stukov or Limin actually. So no orbs allowed today.
I get that, because I think the orb value is particularly nice, like, on this map to interrupt objectives and stuff. But I still think that Stukov has got to be terrifying. And they could just do the same draft again on the side of Stray Dogs. It wasn't particularly focused on Alterac Pass. They could run the same draft again and have that Syndragosa into Stukov.
Yeah.
I love the Deckard ban because of how impactful he was in game number 1, and as we know, he's a favoured pick of Woozer on Fat Nova.
So okay, will we see Keltas again on first pick or not? This is a question. And Rain. Oh, okay. Jimmy is actually first time didn't get banned, so he jumped into our game for Fat Nova.
Yeah, solid pickup there. By the way, viewers, don't forget you can bet on the outcome of this game by typing !bet A and a number of points for Stray Dogs, ! exclamation mark Let's Be and a number of points for Fat Nova. And if you want to know how many points you got, type exclamation mark points. And it's not the same points as you see below the chat, because that's
Okay,
points.
and Stukov is here. So Stukov was definitely strong last map, and Fat Nova, they need to understand right now for themselves what they gonna do with this silence. So maybe they need some cleanse or I don't know, lockdown on Stukov.
I think the Imperius is one way of doing that. Maybe if Imperius can flank and he can stun Stukov,
Yeah,
that might be their approach there. But they've got, I mean, they had Varian to do that last game anyway with the taunt, or ETC to do that with a slide. Maybe Stage Dive would have helped him with that. But then, you know, if the engage is taken by Stray Dogs on their terms, and you see them banning the ETC now, who can stop that sort of stuff, then really I'd be worried here for Fat Nova.
yep. And this is Falstad ban. So no, they like deny the strategy when Falstad take one tower and fly in to fight another 5v4. A good ban, I think.
Yeah, a solid ban there from Fat Nova on the Falstad. Let's see, they could just go Arthas here again on the side of... Oh,
Marian and Hanzo.
now we're talking. Because you know, I tell you what I think that's about. I think they're expecting a Lucio pick again, and in anticipation of that Lucio pick, they're saying they'll pick the Shattering Throw on Varian to deny the shield value. And you know, it may even be Colossus Smash. And bear in mind, Imperius, Kael'thas, and Anub'arak all have shields for survivability as well. Shattering Throw could be hugely valuable already, even without a Lucio.
Yeah, and Rhaegar. So they decided to just go into the Stukov. So they took second option, just lock down Stukov. But from the left we got really serious lockdown too, because we got Varian, maybe with Taunt, with Silence of Stukov, with possibly Dragon Arrow from Hanzo. So
I stand ready.
and voila. Maybe with Reign of Vengeance.
Basically, only two minor changes to the draft of Stray Dogs for this game. Arthas, okay, that is a big change, not having the Syndragosa, and it remains to be seen whether we're going to see Taunt into Stukov Silence, or whether we're going to see Smash and just Varian just going in, you know, balls to the wall, or alternatively, maybe not the Taunt. So maybe not the Twin Blades. I tell you what, maybe you could theoretically, but I don't think he will. I think it will be Smash or Taunt. My gut feeling is they're going to go Taunt into Silence. And the other thing is the Li Ming has been replaced with the Hanzo.
Yeah. The only way you could actually get some value out of Twin Blades when the enemy's team got no stuns, no blinds. Because one stun onto Twin Blade Varian, he's dead. So... And we got Anub, we got Kael'thas, we got Imperius, who could pretty easily stun him. So I think it's not Twin Blade today, but we'll see.
We will have to see as we go into match point. Game number 3 in this best of 3 semi-final. And on the left, in blue, it's Stray Dogs with Emir Khan on the Vala, Murderous on the Arthas, Zawin on the Stukov that was so impactful last game, Holy Panzer on Hanzo instead of Li Ming this time, and Kero again on the Joanna.
Yeah, and red team, Antigorai on Reynor, Bass on Anub'arak, Galgar playing Kael'thas, Goryo on Imperius, and Wuza playing Rhaegar.
So both teams heading to the mid lane, looking for a brawl, except that Varian is already going up. Wants to soak, doesn't want to have any nonsense. Bear in mind, Varian level 1.
Varian, level 1 Varian is not a real hero, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
He's like oversized minion before level 4.
Now, here's something interesting. He did take High King's Quest. Now, normally that's talent you associate with somebody who's going Twin Blades at
Or
level 4.
Smash.
You can absolutely take it with Smash. I think if I were going Smash, I would more likely go the Overpower talent and get the Heroic Strike reset for more of that burst instead of the sustained auto attack damage that we're going to
Yeah,
see.
it's hard to tell because like before the High King's Quest was nerfed, it was go-to for Smash 2.
Yes.
But right now it's some debates on this. But okay, we'll see. And Reiner almost got a kill on the bottom. While Walla was pushing, Reiner just want to kill Walla, but it's all okay.
So both teams had a sort of 1-3-1 structure for a while, and now immediately Fat Nova going to their camp as early as possible, get those camps on cooldown. Great call from Fat Nova, and we saw them showing better camp prioritization in game number 2 as well. So Fat Nova really understanding the camp timings and stuff on maps.
Yeah, you're right. And right now, you see, blue team is late on their camp. So red team, if they know that something's going on, they could even invade, but they don't do this. They just soak, got earlier level 4, and can now...
This is a potential gank here.
Yeah.
Does Varian know? I think he doesn't know. I think he doesn't know that the whole team's missing.
So,
Nubrak, surely. Not quite the engage they were looking for. Nubrak missed that first engage, and then the follow-ups missed as well as a result because the burrow didn't quite connect there.
So okay, and while red team ganking top, blue team got half of the wall on the bottom of the map.
And it is Colossus Smash for Varian. He wants that hard blow-up potential. And in fact, he's still top lane, so he can't help defend his Stukov here.
On the middle, oh, we got kill on Stukov on the middle. There is good engage from red team.
Yeah, so that's how they want to deal with that Stukov this game. Clearly, get that Anubrak Burrow with the Imperious Skewer as well, and secure themselves a kill. And that will be 2 altars to 1.
Yep. Easy 2 altars. And Reiner is pushing. Reiner just... I got this, boys. I got these towers. And whole blue team is go... Oh, Anup. Okay. So good. So... Okay, he's alive. So yeah, right now teams just rotating between mid and bot. 2 offlaners basing on top. And for now, it's all about soaking. Soaking, taking camps when they will be available, and that's all. Blue team got earlier level 7, but not so big deal.
No, it's not a big difference. I think that, by the way, more value on the bottom lane has been secured by... Oh, sorry, there's a gank onto Imperious there with a silence.
And this is kill. Okay, so this is Smash silence value right here. And by the way, Walla taking Greed of the Hunter on level 4. So this is full auto attack build for Walla and Q build for Hanzo.
Yeah, I think that auto attack Valor will really tear Anubrak down if he engages too hard. So that's really going to be threatening B-Boss on the Anubrak, making sure he can't commit too hard without getting punished for it. So far we've seen better prioritization on the bot lane from Stray Dogs, and they've got more structural advantage. Now this camp rolling in now might help with that, although I think it'll be cleared. I missed the Hanzo kill there, sorry, the Imperious caught onto Hanzo.
Me too. So okay, red team got a kill, so right now they could take this objective, or maybe even got some kills. Joanna got unstoppable, and all survives for now. But Keltas just sneaking in, taking the objective, and this is 28 points left for the blue team.
Yeah. So at this point, they're not worrying about that core health. It's not a big deal to be 8 points down. The bigger issue is what they're doing in terms of map and XP. Emir Khan, though, getting chased so hard. There's nothing that Varian can do for her. Runs away. He knows he's dead. Surely it's going to be a Vala kill.
Yeah. Just bite from the dog and Vala is dead.
I like that the space bought by Emir Khan there, and they, with their retreat, they used the blue team used that to secure the bottom camp, get that rolling. But now Varian and Hanzo both may be exposed. Joanna and Stukov arriving to help. Varian smashes Kelper, threatens him, forces him to retreat.
And Rhaegar even used to use cleanse.
For now, everyone will back off and play a little bit safe. Vala has just respawned, is on the way here. Iron Skin used from Joanna, sits back. Level 10's in for both teams. Now,
Cocoon for the Anoop. Ancestral, Angelic Armaments. And we got Shield and Arrow, Dragon's Arrow. Okay. For Hanzo, so this is and Reign of Vengeance. So yeah, as I said earlier in draft, they all got some kind of CC, and they can lock people to the death.
yeah, I think there's a lot of CC chain here. Now, there is a cleanse from Rhaegar, potentially,
Yeah.
that can save somebody.
So,
but you've only got
yeah.
one cleanse every 60 seconds.
Okay, Jimmy wants to sneak out the objective, but blue team is ready for that.
Smash.
And smash,
Very
and
deep. Very deep from Varian there, and that means he's exposed. Stukov in
Ooh,
the
and Stukov in
cocoon.
cocoon.
But the Hands of Arrow
Good
buys a bit
arrow.
of space.
Ooh.
Joanna tries to zone the Anubrag. Here comes the Pyroblast.
Oh, Pyroblast.
Iron Skin blocks it though. Denied. The gravity lapse though. But still, Joanna's still alive.
Oh,
And now the massacre
and
starts.
blue team got counter kills.
Yeah, Varian
not
starts
counter
chasing.
kills, counter engage and kills. Imperius is dead for sure there. Angelic armaments or not, he was really deep. And now blue team can just push into the bottom tower, and on the Towers of Doom, bottom tower is like control of bottom tower is really important, because you got 2 camps on the bottom lane with 3 pumpkins each, and when these pumpkins go into the enemy base, they deal 1 damage to the core. So it is potentially 6 damage each time camps up.
Yeah, so huge value to get that, to control that bot lane, but they seem to be giving it back fairly freely. They're using it to take boss, that space. I mean, that's not unreasonable, and it is 4 points for the core. But the thing is, I tend to think control of that bottom lane on this map is more important than having 4 core hit points. And there's an argument to say they could have held on to it and made the enemy stretch against the 11 versus 13, and maybe punish them for trying to decap it.
Okay, so blue team got level 13, and Stukov got his root. Oh,
Great impale. Great impale from Iraq. Stopped himself getting smashed. There's the burrow to counter engage. Imperius turns on the angelic armaments. Tries to threaten this Varian. Here comes the pyro, but surely there's a protected available for Varian. No, he doesn't use the protected. Because he doesn't have it, that's why. Yeah, so the Stukov's in a real sticky spot here with 200 HP. And has to run away and leave his teammates potentially for dead. Vala doesn't pick up the objective in time. And this is a full invade here from Fat Nova.
yeah, so root and Anubis dead. So Stukov again, a plays, great plays from him.
Has gravity
But
lapse?
Joanna might be dead. No,
No, because
she's shoot.
because of that hold your ground at level 1, the Iron Skin is basically always up, and it's a huge shield.
So yeah, first of all, red team won 12 with 13, and it was cool from them. But then again, Stukov made plays like last map, and starting to do this again.
Yeah, huge play from Zaryan, and then Now, I have to say, I was
Oh,
slightly...
Varian. Varian.
Oh,
Oh, he's dead.
he's very dead. I think he knows that, and that's why he's not even trying to run away. Got caught out there in the mid lane. Yeah, no, I have to say, I was slightly surprised in a previous fight when I found out the Varian did not have the protection at level 10, instead going for the charge cooldown. Now,
Yeah, and it was like that. Keltas is waiting with his and when Varian took Warbringen, Warbringer, he take Pyroblast right after. So it was like mind game.
here's another massive save by Zaryan and Ender Stukov.
Yeah.
Stopped. That could have been a disaster for the blue team. But again, the swipe's perfect. The silence bought a little bit of space, and the Hanzo arrow, of course, helped as well.
Yep, but blue team still got some advantage on experience, so they need to play it smart. They need to like take 16 and then try to force something.
Yeah.
But for now, we got objective before 16, and this is 4v4 on the middle of the map.
So both teams capture their top altars safely enough, and now they will all come for this big fight in the mid lane. As you point out, the blue team much closer to 16, but they don't have time to wait for it. And it's going to have to be a fight before 16 for both.
Yep. Or they need to stall it very long time.
But in order to stall it and get the 16, they would have to have somebody soaking as well, which they're not doing right now. There's the Stukov silence, doesn't really connect onto anybody. Varian's so deep, just destroyed immediately, so split up from his team, and Joanna's in the cocoon. Hanzo arrow is nice, but it's not enough to save the already dead Varian and the soon-to-be dead Joanna. Kero goes down next.
Again, good team fight from Fatnova.
They're doing a good job of splitting the Varian Joanna from the enemy team, from the rest of their teammates, and that that's leaving Varian able to get blown up because he has a smash and not a taunt, and it's also leaving no heals near him as well. So great positional play there from Fatnova.
Yeah, and now the red team actually can go down bottom and start to put some map pressure.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I think
Pumpkins.
now that they're down to 12 core hit points on the side of Stray Dogs, now the ult has become more significant in a way. Like now the core health is more of a priority. They have to be thinking about, is the enemy doing boss? They have to be thinking about, can we afford to give up an altar? Because they're 3 impacts effectively away on their core from losing the game, and indeed their chances at the Rare Cup is 1 game apiece so far in this best of 3 semi-final. Smash goes onto the boss, denying a win condition potentially from the enemy for the future.
Yeah, so again, blue team just trade in boss for or not. Oh, red team.
Is Imperius out of position? Oh, a little bit too aggressive from Kara. I think if they just waited, Imperius might have made a mistake here. They want to go deeper. They've got the minions behind them to back it up. 6 minions left. 5 minions left. When those minions run out, they don't have anything to protect them from that keep, but Valor's just going to take it down and secure that.
So okay, it's even trade on forts, bottom for top, but as we said before, bottom fort like more important on this map.
Yep, in particular because this next objective is down in the bottom half of the map. So there's no tap available really for the blue team, but there is for the red team as the team is postured
And 3
around.
pumpkins go in with 3 shots.
They're on their way.
So Hanzo, okay, great arrow, but Vala is survived or not, or survive? Oh my god, Imperius could...
It was all a bait. It was all a chitin bait from Emir Khan. That was beautifully executed, really pushing the limits, stretching Emir Khan into trouble. Now Varian's got to get out of there, uses his charge, uses his level 10 value to get away. Anubrak might be overcommitting here. Smashed, bang the damage, bang the silence from Stukov, destroys Anubrak. And Holy Panzer starting to throw out some serious damage here.
Oh!
Did Valor die to the camp? I didn't even...
And Pumpkins, like serious force on this map, you know, they could even take down heroes sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, because of course Vala was on double-digit HP, you know, less than 100 HP there when she escaped from the Imperius. So then went to clear a camp, and of course the minions had just finished off the job on the Vala. Yeah, that's one of the problems is you can't, when you're on that low HP, you can't tank a minion.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. But okay, for now it's like 9 against 12 points on the core, and blue team starting to reclaim bottom fort, and red team going to prevent this.
Well, I don't think
Seems
they'll be
like,
in
or
time
not.
though, because Vala is respawning. Vala has to not come out of this tunnel right now.
Yeah,
Be
so
careful.
okay, they decide to reclaim their own fort. So we back to 4 against 4.
It's yeah, so structurally it's even, but the level 20 is here for
Yeah.
stray dogs, sorry, and that is why they now want to play aggressive.
So aggressive, yeah.
Level 20 talents are in.
Okay, we got play of the game for Hanzo, Undestructible for Cho.
And the rest are still thinking about it.
Will Stukov actually take level 20 talent or not this time?
Farflight Quiver, of course, from Vala because she went so full auto attack. And now that will allow her to kite Imperius even more than she already was. Bubrak bump jumps in. Vala's not there to help out. The Smash trying to create a space, but Stukov in the cocoon. He can't heal his teammates and provide his usual swipe value. How he comes? Can he swipe some teammates, some enemies away? Yes. Triple swipe. Doesn't have the level. Yeah, he does have a level 20. He went instead for the controlled chaos.
Yes, they just saw Varian on the middle and take aggressive stance on this one. And they got 2 or not.
Oh, Vala's
no.
made a mistake! Has she though? Yes. That's a disaster. This may be game because they could just take the bottom keep. So the blue team has to stop the red team from taking a keep
red
before
team
they
just
salter.
can take bottom tower and end the game, but they decide to
chose
play
not
it
to do that.
more safe.
Anubrak uses the rewind to put the double stun aggression, but the silence from Stukov nearly takes down B-Boss. Varian got to dodge the Angelic Armor month's damage, sits back for now, there's the stun, Anubrak's got another stun in a second! And Varian's dead.
Varian's dead. Yep.
I'm not sure.
So now we got like single point on the course. So any pumpkin, any boss, any tower, anything could end the game.
I'm not sure why they defended the keep after the altar was gone, because before the altar they had to stop them getting the 5th thing, but then after that, you know, Varian stuck around, and I think it may have been an overextension there.
Yeah, I don't know too, but maybe Anub got some like little hit point left. Maybe they think that Varian could smash in and they could get some kill, but they didn't work. That didn't work out, and now I'm surprised that red team doesn't go in with pumpkins.
Yeah, I mean, right now...
Okay, they decide to take a boss. Okay, so pumpkins or boss will end the game.
That's a really tough situation for the blue team. They've got to do 2 things at once. Stukov runs in so deep, keep himself alive miraculously. 1 swipe used. There's 2 swipes remaining. What can they do here? The objective. Hanzo jumps in with the play of the game. Joanna's on the point. Rhaegar's already dead. He's been destroyed. In comes the Pyroblast onto... Oh my god, there's 2 dead, 1 apiece. The living bomb though. The living bomb value. Joanna's used their indestructible. Varian down to a sliver of HP. The swipe from Stukov. Can he hold up the point? Anubrak's dead. They've secured the boss. They've stayed in the game here. And Stukov will die. It's 4 for 4. Miraculous play here from the blue team. And Vala has to run away. She has the Farflight Quiver to bait Imperius. But oh my days, they are still in this game.
But now Imperius could just tap. Oh, Vala will fight.
She'll be there. She has it.
For his life.
The
Okay,
1v1.
stun is in.
Yes, the stun's been used.
Well,
Vala has the Farflight Quiver. There's the value. She has to get away. The stun. 1 stun. Trying to kite as long as possible, but she's not got the auto attacks.
Oh my.
Who's
This is
respawning
tough.
first?
This is
12
really
seconds till
intense.
Rhaegar. when Rhaegar respawns, he could just run.
But Imperius, like he's run out of mana. Vala could kite him right now.
But look at Rhaegar on the other side. We can see
Arrow?
both ults here. Hanzo's in.
Ooh,
He can
play
kill
of the
Imperius.
game, and Imperius might, or will he?
Imperius will die, but Rhaegar on the other side. Is this
yeah.
G?
Super play.
G. Oh,
And Rhaegar sneaking the right. Bell tower, and this is GG. Fat Nova wins the series.
wow. What a finish here.
Oh my god. Super intense.
I hope
Final.
I hope the viewers are having as much of a heart attack as we did.
Yeah. Even if I'm not played this game, only commenting, but my heart is like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, exactly the thing. I mean, incredible finish there, and you know, credit to Stray Dogs for trying that, trying that boss contest, and they still, by the way, they did stop those sappers, and you know, it looked like an impossible situation for them, and the Stukov baited and ran around, and there was swipes used, and the indestructible, and the pyroblast got value, and the living bomb, but then it was enough to secure the boss, and yet,
And he's
double ulters.
actually needed to take 20 talent for this. So it was really cool game. Yeah. Wow.
Absolutely incredible from Fat Nova. Well, from both teams, but Fat Nova are the team that go through to the grand final against Sloth High Lords in just a few minutes. But I mean, let's look back at that series for a second. I mean, what do you think was the key winning factor there in game number 3 for Fat Nova? Like, what is it that allowed them to get that advantage that then allowed them to secure the victory?
I think it's like it was two factors. One is really great camp control, and by the end of the game, yeah, when one of the camp actually killed Vala and go in takes 3 points away from enemy score. So camp control was on point for Fat Nova. And second one is isolated kills before the actual objective. So first of all, they got Stukov and take 2 altars. Then they got someone else, but they got someone else and got 2 altars. And from time to time, they got this, and all of this took us to the significant lead, to 1 point on the core, and to this clutch situation in the last minute.
Yeah, and well, that's what you picked Towers of Doom for.
Yeah.
And what a delight to cast a finish like that. The grand final will be coming up, so let's take a look at the bracket that we've had so far today, and we can see the routes that both of our grand finalists coming up have come through. So Sloth High Lords there against Fat Nova. So Sloth High Lords having beat basically everybody 2-0 so far, and as you pointed out earlier, they are the top team from Division 7. Sorry, from Division 6. Sadly, Stray Dogs did not make the Division 7 representation here.
Yep. So yeah, whole Division 7 is out of tournament, and in grand final we got 2 Division 6 teams. Actually, Sloth High Lord ended up first, yeah, and Fat Nova 6th or 5th place.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing with that is, in the actual division stages, when Sloth High Lords played against Fat Nova, Sloth High Lords won 2-0. Now, the question is, can Fat Nova change that this time? Well, first of all, it's a best of 5, so it'd have to be 3-0. But can Fat Nova, can they challenge the current Division 6 Titans of Sloth High Lords?
Yeah, it's a tough fight for them, but They are in grand final and they will definitely fight for the win today.
So, I mean, it's a tough it's a tough one to call. I think obviously, you know, Sloth High Lords are coming in the favourites, but I think Fat Nova have shown some real strength today here in
Yeah,
as they played both against Stray Dogs and against Facepalm Tacticians earlier.
but again, it was two teams from Division 7, so maybe there are strong teams, but anyways, this is lower division, yeah, compared to them. So maybe maybe Fat Nova isn't showing their whole potential, you know. So maybe there is more for them, and they could
just as I deserve.
bring
PogChamp.
more power in the grand final.
So I think we'll see how that goes. By the way, thank you to Frank V. Lucas, who just resubbed for I think the 5th month in a row. So thank you for that. We do appreciate the support here at Heroes Lounge. It's good stuff. And anyone else who wants to support Heroes Lounge, you can also do it via Patreon if you like. And that helps us to keep things running smoothly with the various costs of running the lounge. Now we're going to take a short break because the teams, the team that came through the that half the bracket, in particular Fat Nova, they obviously want a bit of break between games, so they get out a 10-minute break. So we're going to have a quick break where we can have a look at some of the replays from earlier today, and you can see some of the highlights from them in case you've missed any of the matches. But do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because we will be back in just about 5 minutes with the Heroes Lounge Rare Cup Grand Final for Season 11. And that will be a best of 5, and it's going to be very, very exciting, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon.